Players in the real estate sector are calling for public-private partnership to help enhance investments and growth in the sector. This deliberation was made at an engagement involving policymakers and key stakeholders in Lagos. Adeshewa Odushoga has the report.
The real estate sector returned to positive growth of 2.81% year-on-year in the fourth quarter of 2020 after 6 consecutive quarters of negative growth. The significant decline in the sector in 2020 may be directly linked to the pandemic, which elevated vacancy rate in the existing commercial properties. On this backdrop, players in the sector have gathered at this engagement to deliberate on the low-hanging fruit that is dragging the growth of this sector. They are calling for interventions from the government to drive investment.
Much of our intention has been to see how we can strengthen affordable housing for Nigerians, and we felt, okay, we should constantly use platforms like this to lead engagement between public and private sector stakeholders, from the developers to the designers and all of those. So we felt, okay, we should annually bring together stakeholders within the property ecosystem, provide an opportunity for them to learn, share and network, and of course share key thoughts that would help in ensuring affordable housing.
There were really 3 what we call black swan events in Nigeria last year. One was obviously the Naira depreciation against major currencies, which was brought along by the oil crisis. The other was NSARS. NSARS presented huge security issues, not just for people here, but also in terms of perception abroad.
A lot of our materials and equipment are actually imported. You find out that your project, which was viable in 2020, is no longer viable in 2021. And when you think about the revenue part of it, some people lost their job. So if you have an increase in your project, but the revenue is down, so you're not expecting that in order to make your project viable, that the tenants would pay you more money.
There are talks on how to solve low levels of effective demands for housing where those in need do not have access to house finance
allow for
affordable rates.
Free flow of. In a case where mortgage is readily available, there's a lot of sensitization. The government is helping in reducing the rate, at which mortgage is given out. I feel we will be able to tackle some of these real estate issues and mortgage issues and all those things.
While the real estate sector remains bedeviled by growth, contraction and dwindling purchasing power, players in this sector believe partnerships with the public sector will step up its performance and in turn promote investment drive. Adeshewa Odushoga, TVC News, Lagos.
As technology becomes more prevalent in financial markets, regulators and investors are faced with new challenges that offer opportunities to shape the capital market structure for years to come. These and other issues are part of deliberations at the 2021 Annual Business Luncheon put together by the Capital Market Solicitors Association, held virtually and physically in Lagos. According to the chairman of the association, Mr. Benjamin Obi Degu, he says that it is imperative for regulators to take immediate steps to ensure that various laws and rules guarding the markets are amended in line with the present daily realities driven by advancements in technology. So Bidwegu also says that the adoption of technology in operations in Nigerian capital market will help to improve the regulatory framework, especially in response to the pandemic.
The challenge with the capital market and in most other sectors is that the laws we have guiding it do not contemplate what's happening now. So there's a challenge to be able to keep up the pace with development in the market regarding technology. We work closely with SEC, and then of course by extension maybe push it to the National Assembly and other bodies that will help to